My name's Tom Bullock. I'm presiding commissioner of Holt County, Missouri. And we're standing on Highway 159 looking to the west towards Big Lake, Missouri. Well, right now we've got a new record again this morning for flood. Never has been this high before. Every flood that comes along anymore is a new record. It's just going, and we're sitting here with basically all the levees around here are busted. And we haven't even got into the wet time of our season. Usually when the river runs high is May and June. As far as I know, this hasn't been declared a disaster area yet. So if that doesn't happen, I don't know what we're gonna do. We don't have money to fix everything that's broke, not even close. I built my place there in 1978. My home is back behind me out in the water there somewhere. I haven't been there for a couple days. Hopefully it's still sticking up a little bit out of the water, but after last night, water came up quite a bit last night. Today I'm not really sure. Everybody's wanting to help and volunteer, and that's a good thing. We've had, everybody calls me and asks, what can we do, what can we do, you know? Well, so far I've seen excavators and bulldozers donated and people's help donated to run them at the farmer's expense. They didn't ask for this, they shouldn't have to pay for it. But they do, because that's just the way they are. In a little town right north of here called Craig, that's where they have a school there in town, and that's where the real water plant is for this whole area. So they've dug, farmers at their own expense brought excavators in and put a levee up around the town. They're up there filling sandbags again. It's just a mess.
Right now I'm in Craig, Missouri. I'm from Watson, Missouri, and Rockport just up the way, but we here in Craig, they didn't have much warning as the flood was coming, so a lot of the people that were on the bottom didn't have a lot of time to get stuff moved out, so they kind of all came to here. Well, now the waters are getting to Craig, and so today they were working on trying to make sure that the waters don't get into the city and or into the town here, and so there's a lot of sandbagging stuff going on over there, and we're all in this together as far as I'm concerned. There are neighbors to the south, and so you know, you got to keep moving and keep helping your neighbors. And my sister lives here. I got some in-laws. I got some family that lives around here. Because you don't really know what to expect when water goes down. You know, when is the water going to go down, and then what damage is out there when it does, you know, when it does get off. There were still areas from 2011 that we were still working on that got covered up with sand, or ditches that weren't quite dug out yet. So we were still feeling the effects of 2011. That was 8 years ago, coming up on 8 years ago. So. You know, the first thing to be is try to get out and get the trash out of your fields. There's lots of logs and trash that comes from north that floats out, you don't know, and you gotta go clean that up, and then try to break the ground up to get it to dry out, because it's usually pretty swampy out there. And it'll take months, I would say, to get things to where you can even get across the ground. I guess the main thing is that my family's safe, and that everybody here, it's kind of cool to have everybody come together at a bad time, and that's one thing that's happy about. You know, as far as, yeah, I gotta be optimistic. I would hope that you keep looking at the river graphs every day, hoping they're gonna go down, and so far they aren't really, but you know, I still think that there's hopefully an opportunity to do something this year. But the main thing is most of our stuff that could be flooded or whatever could be replaced, but the most important things are, I guess, in safe place right now. So